All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Deluxe Man once again up here for your live Raw review on May 18th of 2015. And also, I am giving you your NXT Takeover Unstoppable preview and predictions. These live reviews and live videos I'm doing are actually very popular apparently. So I'm gonna continue doing them and see what happens. Some of you like the live format where I get to interact with you live and you get my live thoughts immediately right after the shows. But yeah, guys, let's see where this goes. Let's continue doing it. But as always, let you guys get in here first. So as I'm letting fans, come in, I do want to talk about something, and it's something that happened today. During, I think it was in I'm gonna say my review of Payback, but anyways, during the afternoon today, I got a comment from a fan. I think his name was. Let me pull it up really quickly. I want to be sure I get his name right because I want to apologize to the right person. But I think it was Dark Armand. I think that's what his name was. But anyways, he left a comment on my video and he talked about the Rusev and John Cena match from Payback. And if you haven't seen my review, I pretty much didn't like the match. Thought it sucked. And didn't really give it a lot of, how should I say, praise. In this comment, he talked about how he feels that I reviewed the match unbiasedly, or not unbiasedly, biasedly, excuse me. I wasn't unbiased in the match. And he felt like I crapped on it too much. And he said the following words, that I came across as a John Cena hater. When I saw that comment, I got angry. I kind of lost it right there, and I responded in a very unprofessional way. I responded to him telling him that you're lowering your standards, you know what you're talking about, in a very mean way. Now, I will say I still feel like the match sucked. I don't think it was that good. That was my opinion. But the way I responded to him wasn't right. I should not have came across so aggressively mean to him like that. And I'm coming up here to apologize to him personally, to let him know that, look, man, how I responded in that video was mean. Yeah, it's not Dark Armand, it's Dark Armid 619. Dark Armid 619, that's who it is. Yeah, I'm apologizing to him to let him know that how I came across was wrong. And I'm doing this because as this channel grows, I'm already past 17,000 subscribers, guys, and I'm gonna get bigger as time goes by. But I want fans to know that I do care about you, that your opinions do matter, and I want to treat you the right way. I don't want to treat you like you don't matter, like you're below dirt, and my opinion matters and yours doesn't. I don't want to come across that way. And if I do come across that way, I apologize. I was angry. And although I feel like I was in the right for not liking that match, and I was, for me to come across so unprofessionally and so wrong was just bad on my part. As the owner of this channel, I am entitled to my opinions. But at the exact same time, I am also held to a responsibility of showing a role of mediator slash boss slash, head honcho, be the professional, don't be like them. And how I was against Dark Armid 619, I'm gonna get your name right, was not right. So if I ever do that to anybody, please know that I don't mean it. I get a little emotional sometimes, and because my emotions take over, I lose reasoning, and without thinking, I attack you because you said something. Just know this too. Let me just say this. Please, no matter where their opinions are, we can have disagreements, we can have agreements. Don't go labeling people for stuff, okay? I will say, if he didn't say I was a John Cena hater, I most likely would not have gotten angry. I shouldn't have gotten angry anyways. But be careful what you call people, man. You know, I personally don't like being labeled for something I'm not. I have a very sensitive spot of false accusations, huge false accusations. So, anyways, I just wanted to say that I think you guys are in now. I'm going to stop talking and get to the review of Monday Night Raw. So, we kick off the show with, you know what, an authority promo. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I swear to God, it's become a laughing gag now. It's like Raw's gonna open up. We expect the authority to come out. It's like, all right, just bring them out. Just bring them out. And yes, Stephanie McMahon has not been on TV for a while. I get that. Still, all right. I am sick of seeing the authority open up Raw. Can we please open up Raw with a tag team match or a match? That would be nice. I don't like opening up Raw with a promo every single week. Let's just open up with a match. Boom, let's go. For once, I would love to see the Divas open up Raw with a match. It would be nice. Could be good. We open up Raw with a Divas Championship match. Paige versus Nikki, Naomi versus Paige versus Nikki, whatever. It's different. Tag Team Championship match, an IC Championship match. We open up Raw with a John Cena Open Challenge. Something new, okay? Not the authority promo. And I'm not saying this promo was bad. It did what it needed to do. We set up the show with this promo. We got the whole Architect of a Dream segment to close the show. They presented the vacated Intercontinental Championship and then ran down Daniel Bryan because he's the new heat magnet that heels are using to get heel heat. And you know what? It's smart, I guess. I should have seen that coming because, you know, what happened to Bryan sucked. So logically, it would make sense to use him for heel heat. It's just kind of ridiculous to me that everybody's doing it. Bo Dallas did on SmackDown. Sheamus did tonight. Didn't the New Day do it last week? It's like every person is using Bryan in some type of capacity to get them babyface heat for supporting him or heel heat for claiming to put him out or to mock him and stuff like that. Man, here's my thing, man. With the way they're portraying him, with the way they're playing up Daniel Bryan as this important guy that everybody misses or hates, it makes me feel like, okay, if you bring him back, you kind of have to make him a main eventer now. If you make him this important when he's gone, when he comes back, he's going to be seen as someone hugely important. You can't bring him back after the authority runs him down and talks crap about him and everybody talks about how, oh, he's a better person than you and, oh, I hate Daniel Bryan, and you give him a U.S. Championship title match or an IC title match. Makes no sense. So, I mean, I'm fine with them using Bryan as heat. They're keeping him relevant, which is fine. But I'm just saying, be careful because you're going to get the fans wanting him to come back and push him to that main event, seeing with the way you're portraying him. Be careful with that. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, Sheamus comes out, talks about how I laid out Daniel Bryan. Ryback comes out, talks about how Daniel Bryan's a better man than you, Sheamus. And then we announce that both of them, Ryback and Sheamus, are in the IC title Elimination Championship match. First thing, Ryback. Didn't he lose to Bray Wyatt? So he gets a title shot despite losing. Guys, oh my God. Okay, here's my thing. I really don't like it when the WWE does that. I hate when they put championship matches, when they have championship matches with guys that have not really earned it. You know, Ryback lost his match against Bray Wyatt. So what? He gets a championship title match just like that? That makes no sense. He hasn't earned that. And that makes the championship feel worthless because, hey, anyone can win it. Why is R-Truth in the match? Let me just go ahead and talk about the people in the match. R-Truth, King Barrett, I think it's Ziggler, Sheamus, I just said it, Ryback, and who was the last guy? I think the last guy is Bo Dallas. Is it Bo Dallas? I don't think it's Bo Dallas. I thought it was Bo Dallas. let me check really quickly. I have it down right here. Rusev. Oh my God, Rusev. That's what I mean. Rusev lost against Cena, so now he's going after the IC title. What? Okay, King Barrett lost his match against Neville, but he did beat him on Raw tonight, so maybe that'll make up for it. But I don't know, man. R-Truth, what the hell has he done? That's not a really good IC title match. Neville's not in it. Rhodes is not in it. Well, actually, Cody Rhodes or Stardust hasn't been doing anything either. But Bray Wyatt, why isn't he in it? He beat Ambrose and he beat Ryback. So why doesn't he have a match? What does he get? Man, this type of stuff makes the championships not matter, man. That's all I'm saying. But, jeez, what do I know? I'm just a wrestling fan. Ryback versus Sheamus happened. Not a bad match. It has some stiff moments, and they did their best. I thought, I really liked the spot where Ryback pressed Sheamus in the air and threw him on the table. That looked crazy. That was nuts. But Sheamus takes advantage of Ryback, who is injured. That's another thing. He's injured. Ryback is injured, and you're putting him in the chamber. I thought personally that Ryback was going to be taken out by Sheamus because he's hurt, and I don't think someone like him should be working a match like that when he's hurt, but what do I know? But that's not what happened. He bro kicked him, and Ryback lost the match, and that's that. You know, he sold it throughout the match too, so it made sense to see him lose. I just, you know, it's just really annoying when people just get title shots just because. Backstage, we have Ambrose confronting the Authority and demanding to fight Seth Rollins because, hey, I beat you, so you want your win back, right? You want your win back, right? Rollins declines, and Kane puts him up against Bray Wyatt. There you go. Then we got Neville versus Bo Dallas. Well, it wasn't a versus match. I'm sorry. That's the match I wanted to happen. I wish we got that match. I wish it was Neville versus Bo Dallas. It was actually Neville versus King Barrett because that's exactly what we want to see. That's exactly what we as fans want to see. A rematch from Payback that nobody cared about. Well, I'm not going to say nobody cared about it. It was actually a match people were looking forward to because of their previous matches, but I don't think anybody cared about this rematch because it didn't have a good reaction, honestly. I think fans were more invested into Bo Dallas versus Neville, you know, NXT. But Bo Dallas is awesome, though, man. Bo Dallas, to me, I wish she was in the IC title match, too. Oh, man. Neither Bo Dallas and Neville are in the IC title match, but whatever, man. Obviously, to me, with that lineup, and I'll get to that in a second, there's only a few people who can win that. But anyways, the match between Neville and Bad News Barrett ended with Bad News Barrett beating up Neville because he had an injured leg that was attacked by Bo Dallas before the match. So he looked protected. He looked strong in the match. And he got knocked out by the Bullhammer. The Bullhammer was what beat him. And then after the match, Bo Dallas beats him up because that's what a great heel he is. I just love Bo Dallas. He's so delusional. He is such an awesome heel. Titus O'Neil is the Celebrity Mega Dad of the Year in 2015. Congratulations. That's awesome. His match should be awesome as well. I'll get to that one in a second. But then we have Rusev come out to address his loss, and this is where it gets really confusing. So, Rusev said he never quit. While he was in the submission at the end of his match against John Cena, he was speaking Bulgarian, and we thought he said, I quit in Bulgarian because Lana quit for him. But he said he didn't quit at all. He can speak English perfectly, and if he wanted to quit, he would say, I quit. Lana comes out and then pretty much tries to apologize. She says she believes in him and thinks he's misunderstood, and then reveals that he actually did quit. So it's now in the history books that Rusev quit. Whatever, because that makes him look strong, right? He's enraged. He gets mad, calls Lana pathetic and disgusting, and tells her to leave. The crowd boos him. He puts on his Mark Merrow, and poor Sable Lana walks away in disgust. So, yeah, that was it. Then we got Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. If you've seen any of their matches in the past, you know how good these guys work together. And this was a good match. I just wish it had stipulation to it. Now, granted, it didn't mean anything at all because Ambrose still ended up getting what I felt he should have gotten anyways. I just wish more was added to this match to make it a little bit more interesting. Like, for instance, let's just say Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt had the stipulation of, okay, if you beat Bray Wyatt, then you get your match. Okay, make the match a little bit more interesting, and then Ambrose gets screwed out of it, which he did, because J&J Security came out, and Bray Wyatt beats him, which he did, and then we add more fuel to what eventually happens at the end of the show. You know, use this to help set up why Ambrose would come out and attack him. Make it a little bit more interesting. That's a nitpick, honestly. It was still a good match. I'm not going to say it hurt it, but, you know, try something a little bit more different, you know? Another rematch from Payback. And you know what? I was going to complain about the constant rematches we got from Payback. But honestly, it was free. It wasn't free for me because I paid for it. I'm an idiot. But it was free for the month of, you know, May. So why complain? Whatever. And it was only $10, so let them do what they want to do. We got a rematch. This time, Xavier Woods was not involved. He was banned from ringside, and then it ends in a DQ. And then Xavier Woods comes out anyways and attacks him. So by that point, I was kind of like, oh my God, whatever. And then the locker room opens and all the tag teams come out. Lucha Dragons, the Ascension, Los Matadores, and the Primetime Players. Well, okay, not all the tag teams because the Wyatt family didn't come out, but those tag teams came out, beat them up. PTP stands tall, and I have to say I am excited for this match. I am looking forward to the tag team Elimination Chamber match. That should be an awesome match, possibly the best match on the card from what I'm seeing. I can't wait for that. That's going to be sick. And by the way, before the match, during the New Day promo, Big E used his 5 catchphrase. Finally, you know, I have to 5. That's Daniel Bryan. Sorry, I got that mixed up. But, you know, the whole 5 thing that Big E did on NXT, he used it, but unintentionally. I don't think he probably did mean to do it, but I don't think it was meant to be noticed. When they talked about how we had to fight 5 other tag teams. 5, you know. So maybe that will be a thing going forward. But I like that. John Cena. Oh, Lord. Okay. So John Cena comes out and he cuts his promo about how he has the most prestigious championship in WWE. He's a champion of the people. He's bringing prestige back to the U.S. Championship, yada, yada, yada. You've heard this promo before. And then he starts another open challenge match. And who comes out but Kevin freaking Owens? And I lost it. I was happy. I was like, yes, kill Owens, kill Owens, kill. That was good. That was really cool. And then he comes out and he just talks. He doesn't have a match. He doesn't even fight Cena. He just talks a big game to him, talking about how John Cena, should thank Kevin Owens for helping Cena beat Sami Zayn, because the reason why Sami Zayn didn't beat Cena is because Kevin Owens hurt him and allowed him to be injured for his match. And then he talks about how he wrestled longer than Cena. He's been in the wrestling business for 15 years, longer than Cena. And the only reason why Cena is higher than him, as in, you know, he's accomplished more than him, is because he got his break earlier than him. And Cena says, you know what? I'm tired of your talk. Fight me in a match. And Kevin Owens is like, I'm a prize champion. I don't fight for free. And then he attacks him because Cena is stupid. He let his guard down, power bombs his ass, and then steps on the United States Championship while raising the NXT Championship. Great image. A great scene. It was so good and a great way to debut Kevin freaking Owens. Keep that heel heat on him, man. And then it was announced Kevin Owens would fight John Cena at Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship. That match is official. That match is what sold me. Okay, I was already kind of sold because of the IC Chamber and the Tag Team Chamber match. But this match was like, yep, you got me. You had me. I will happily watch your show now. Now, we have other matches to come, but this one made me go, oh, definitely. I gotta see the pay-per-view now. Man, that's gonna be awesome. And I'll get into how this affects the match with him and Sami Zayn in a second, because I gotta do the preview. But then we got some other stuff. We got Ziggler versus Stardust. Ziggler beat Stardust in no time. Poor Cody Rhodes. They're not doing anything with him. He's just a jobber now because I don't know. That's stupid. But moving on. Has a promo with Michael Cole and finds out that he is the last contender for the IC title match. So no Neville, no Bo Dallas. That sucks. That's stupid to me. But you know what? Neville just came up. Keep him chasing it. Why not? Then Lana comes out. And I'm like, okay. And then Lana kisses Ziggler. And I'm like, okay. I think I hate Ziggler now. No, because I sent this tweet out. I actually said, you know what, Ziggler, I may hate you now for kissing Lana. Don't you put your lips on Lana. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, man, I'll tell you what, man. Lana, when she drops that accent, she needs to drop that Russian accent and just be who she is. When she drops it and she just actually becomes who she really is, she's going to be extremely freaking popular. I'm telling you, man. And then Rusev comes out, and the reason why she kissed Ziggler, because by this point I'm like, okay, she's kissing Ziggler. Why? Well, she did it to make Rusev jealous, apparently. And then he gets in the ring, and she slaps him, and then Ziggler hits him with the freaking zigzag, and then they walk away, and Rusev is now womanless. He lost to Cena, and he lost his woman. I find it funny. I find it really funny that as soon as this happens, people on Twitter were saying Rusev is done. No shit. So why is it that when I say it, I've been saying it for months, by the way. Why is it that when I say it, everyone wants to be defensive? Like, no, Rusev, he's not going to be buried. He's not going to be buried, man. He's going to be a superstar. Cena's going to make him. Okay. And then this happens. Now everyone's like, oh, he's done. See what I mean, guys? What do I know? What do I know? I'm a wrestling fan, man. The Wyatt family, Luke Harper and Eric Rowan beat up Zack Ryder and Fandango. We get Nikki Bella versus Naomi. Before the match, Stephanie McMahon confronts the Bella Twins backstage and says she feels sorry for Brie after her husband got vacated. After her husband got injured and the title was vacated. You can't vacate a wrestler. Come on, Lex, man. Come on. Can't speak right now. I'm sorry. She says Brie may be suffering mental and emotional distress because of what happened and said, sorry, you can't go out there because I feel sorry for you. And then Nikki goes out there to fight Naomi by herself. And then it ends in a DQ because I don't know. Personally, I would have had Naomi win it. Why not have Naomi win the championship? Because after the match, Paige comes back. She comes back and she beats them all up. She beats up Tamina, Naomi, and Nikki Bella and holds the championship up. Personally, why not just have Naomi beat her? And then, I don't know, set up Paige and Naomi for the future. For all we know, they'll be like a triple threat or a fatal four-way match at the Elimination Chamber, and Naomi will win it then. Which is fine, but what? We'll see what happens, okay? I'm pretty sure the feud going forward will be Naomi versus Paige for that Divas Championship. So most likely we'll have a Divas Championship match at the pay-per-view, and that will be where she wins the title. I think before that, no, I think that's everything. Okay, and then the ending segment was Seth Rollins, Architect of a Dream ceremony. For the most part, I like the video package, but it started to feel like the 30 promo again. They were kissing his ass, talking about how he's awesome and stuff like that. The perfect image of a wrestler. Ambrose comes out, demands a rematch, gets turned down, and then he assaults Rollins and J&J security, and then threatens to stomp his head through cinder blocks. You know, tying back into their feud from last year. I love that. I love continuity. I love it when they do that. This forces the Authority to, you know, of course, give Rollins, not give Rollins, but give Ambrose his title shot against Rollins. And that is now the main event for the show. I'm assuming that's the main event, Ambrose versus Rollins. So that right there just adds on to what I was already sold on. I am looking forward to the Elimination Chamber now. I kind of wish we did this for Payback, but what do I know? So yeah, the Authority attacks Ambrose afterwards, and that is how we end the show. Giving that show a C, enough to keep me entertained, not enough to make me think it was worth watching again. If I was to watch it again, the main event or the closing segment and Owens and Cena. How do you guys feel about the show? Tell me down below. And during that time, I will go ahead and get into my preview for the NXT Takeover special this Wednesday on Unstoppable. But by the way, I am reading your comments, by the way, guys. Do not think I'm not reading your comments. I appreciate you guys interacting with me during these live specials. It lets me know how you guys feel about the shows and all that, because I want to connect with my fans. Okay, give me a second. I don't want... Okay. So, let's go ahead and get into the NXT special. I have to say, man, NXT special, what is it called? Unstoppable, excuse me. I can speak, I swear. I got a lot of things happening right now. Okay, NXT Takeover Unstoppable this Wednesday should be a good show. I am really looking forward to it. Here's my thing when it comes to NXT. This is one of those things that I think NXT has over WWE that I think is just nature. The nature of the beast. NXT, it being 1 hour a week, only having one show a week, and having only 4 pay-per-views, I think by nature, they're going to have a better build-up than WWE. Because WWE has 5 hours each week, 2 hours of SmackDown and 3 hours of Raw. If you count main event, then you got 6 hours. But 5 hours of television each week. So they're always burning through views very quickly. And they got 13 pay-per-views a year. So you can't really build up anything with that anymore. You can't. You could, but when you have that much content, it's hard to do. With NXT, 1 hour a week and 4 specials, of course, by nature, your shows are going to feel more important. But despite that, I still feel like the WWE, the main roster, could use some tips from this show because I am hyped for this card. Let's talk about it from top to bottom. Let's start off with, let me see, Baron Corbin versus Rhyno. Really easy match to predict. We got, you know, a former beast for WWE, the beast of the past, Rhyno, who honestly has been awesome ever since he's come back. I love Rhyno. I loved him in ECW, loved him in early WWE. One of my favorite hardcore champions, actually, from the early 2000s. I love his match with Raven, and I think it was just Raven. Was it Raven and Big Show? No, it's just Raven at Backlash. Yeah, I love that match. Backlash 2001, Rhyno versus Raven. That was one of my favorite hardcore matches, for sure. But him versus Baron Corbin, who is the current beast on NXT, that should be a good match. You know, Baron Corbin is green, very green, but they're protecting him very well on NXT by making his matches short and by making him a beast. Like, everything he does, every little move he does makes a big impact. So that makes him look strong and protects him until he actually gets his, you know, his stuff in gear in terms of in-ring ability. Who do I think will win? Baron Corbin, for sure. Rhyno is just there to make him look strong. Here's what I want. I actually hope they continue this. I want them to bring in more ECW guys. Like, I know I got on TNA for this because I know I'm not someone that is up for old people, old veterans coming in and taking over the show. That's why I got on TNA for that. But in this case, if you're bringing them in to put people over, I am perfectly fine with that. So if you want to bring in Sabu to fight Baron Corbin in a hardcore match to put him over, go for it. Tommy Dreamer, I'm cool with that. If you want to bring back I don't know. Down below, who would you like to see them bring back to fight Baron Corbin? Or who would you like to see them bring back to put over the talent on NXT? Put that down below. But I'm fine with people coming back to put over talent. I think that's great. But Baron Corbin for that match. Then we got the Divas. No, god dang it. The female tag team champion. No, what? No, there are no female tag team championship matches. Come on, Deluxe, man. We have a female wrestling tag team match between Emma and Dana Brooke versus Bayley and Charlotte. Bayley and Emma have been having a feud, and I think they're trying to start something between Dana and Charlotte. So, this should be a fine match. I'm happy that the women have multiple matches on here. I don't know why I didn't say women's tag match. Female tag match, Divas tag match, women's tag match, whatever. But, this should be a fine match. I think it'll be a nice little fun match to have. And you know what, man? I'm predicting Bayley and Charlotte to win. I really want Bayley to go after that championship. I think Bayley should be the next one in line, for sure. And I hope she is. Because, dear God, I love that girl. I love Bayley. I love all the female wrestlers, honestly. But I just, on NXT, by the way, I just really want Bayley to get that championship. Bayley is such an awesome babyface. Perhaps one of the best ones, if not the best one on the roster, for sure. But yeah, Bayley and Charlotte for that one. Then we got the NXT Tag Team Championship match between Enzo Amore and Big Cass, SAWFT Salt, versus Blake and Murphy with Carmella on the outside. Enzo Amore and Big Cass should win this match. They should win this match because those guys are awesome. They're fun. I love watching them, and they're just a bundle of joy, man. They're just exciting to watch, and those guys just entertain me. But knowing them, knowing WWE, I guarantee you, Blake and Murphy will win because Carmella will turn on them. I see that happening. I know it's going to happen. They've been teasing Carmella getting with Blake and Murphy for the last month or so. I see her turning on Enzo Amore and Big Cass because she's a hoe. She might not do it, and if she doesn't, great. But I don't know, man. I want Enzo Amore and Big Cass to win, and I will be rooting for them during the match. But I see Blake and Murphy retaining, and I don't want them to. They're bland. I am not a fan of Blake and Murphy. They were rushed. They were rushed to that championship way too early, way too fast. And I don't think they're really benefiting the most out of the championship run because, quite frankly, they're... Now, you could say there's not enough tag teams on the NXT roster to really help them benefit because Lucha Dragon's moved up, so has the Ascension. But still, man, they're just not charismatic. They're not at all. So I don't want them to be tag team champions. I want Enzo Amore and Big Cass to win it. That's just my opinion. All right. So NXT Women's Title Match. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is a boss, and Becky Lynch I have grown hugely fond of in every way. Like, literally, just last week, I just found her hot. Just because before, when she first came in, I didn't blink at her at all. I was like, all right, she's Irish. Awesome. Man. Now, all of a sudden, I saw a picture of her in some yellow and black outfit for NXT TakeOver Unstoppable. And I was like, dear God, you're hot. You are hot, Becky Lynch. So I have grown to love Becky. Well, not love. I won't say love. I love Sasha Banks. I like Becky Lynch. So you know what, man? This one can go either way, and I'm fine with it. I think Becky would actually be a good women's champion. And Sasha Banks is already a good women's champion. I will say I think Banks is retaining in some shape or form, but it will be a good match. I'm hoping these two go out there and have a really good match. I hope those two tear the house down. These female wrestlers on NXT, in my personal opinion, are just as good as the males on the main roster. So I want to see these girls go out there and kill them. You know. So yeah, looking forward to that match. And then we got the triple threat, maybe triple threat, #1 contendership match involving Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze, and a pending Hideo Itami. Now, if he wasn't in the match, they would have announced it by now. But I'm going to say by the end of NXT last week. It was announced by then that he's still in this match. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hearing rumors now. Don't take this as fact. Rumors that he will be replaced during the show by the debut of a certain Samoa Joe. That's the rumor I'm hearing. If that happens, awesome. I will take that. But I'm expecting it to just be a singles match between Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze. If that's the case, Finn Balor to win. And even if it is a triple threat match, which is what I want, I still think Finn Balor will win. I think Hideo is taking time off after this match, if he even wrestles in it. He needs time off. I think this injury is legit, and that will hurt NXT long term. I think short term, they'll be all right with him gone, but long term, that's going to hurt the promotion because Hideo Itami has to be like their number 2 babyface on that show under Sami Zayn. That sucks. And I honestly think if he wasn't injured, he would be the one to win, and we would see him go after the NXT Championship, which is awesome. Really awesome. So Finn Balor is my pick to win, and the Demon will hopefully be the next NXT champion. Main event time. NXT World Championship. Sami Zayn versus champion Kevin Owens. Loving this feud. Great build-up. I love their first match, how Owens just relentlessly beat Sami Zayn into submission and took that championship from him. And I love the promo last week where he told Sami Zayn, you know, okay, I want to get the words right. I'm going to have to paraphrase because I can't remember everything he said. But he pretty much said that, Sami, I know you're hurt, and I know I'm the one that hurt you. And at NXT TakeOver, I'm going to hurt you again. Only this time, you won't come back. And when he said that, I got goosebumps. I was like, it's on now, guys. It's on. So I'm looking forward to this match. There's drama behind it. The whole idea that Sami is injured and Kevin Owens, you know, who injured him before he was even injured. So it's a lot of drama going into it. It should be a great match. My only nitpick is I kind of wish it had a stipulation, but that's it. That's my only nitpick, is it having a stipulation. But this should be a good match. Who do I think should win? This one's hard. This one is really hard because it can go either way. It can go either way. Ah, man. You know what? I'm going to go outside the box and predict a draw. Some of y'all just went, oh, come on, that's a cop-out, Deluxe, man. Really? A draw? Yeah, a draw. I'm predicting a draw, guys. I don't know. I think, honestly, if not a draw, I think Zayn's going to win. Because with the whole idea of Owens going to the main roster and fighting Cena at the pay-per-view, I think that is where he'll actually beat him. I think if Owens is fighting Cena at Elimination Chamber, I predict he will beat Cena for the U.S. Championship if he loses to Zayn here. Now, if he beats Zayn here, he's going to lose to Cena at the pay-per-view. That's for sure. I would love for him to beat Cena at the pay-per-view, but I can guarantee you if Owens loses here, he will beat Cena at Elimination Chamber, and he will be moved to the main roster, which, honestly, I can't wait for. I can't wait for it. It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, Sami Zayn will probably go to fight Finn Balor, and he'll drop the belt to Finn Balor at the next special, which is fine with me. Now, that's just my prediction. It can go either way. Zayn could win. Owens could win. Neither of them could win. And Owens keeps the belt because of, you know, not DQ, but, you know, either double count out or double KO. Double KO, you know. But it's one of those things, man, where, again, I am so hyped for the show. I'm not trying to nitpick it all that much because I don't need to. I know it's going to be a good show, and, of course, if it's not, I'll come up here and say it. But I'm expecting a really good show out of NXT. And, yes, I will do a live review of it on Wednesday, so look for that. Because you guys love my live reviews. But give me your thoughts about NXT down below, your thoughts about Raw, and everything I talked about in this. And you know what? Again, Dark Ahmed 619, I apologize, man, and I'll do my best to be more professional with this channel. I love you all. Thank you to every single one of you who came on here to interact with me during this live special. I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. It's been going on long enough. This is your boy, the Lex Man, signing off. You guys take care. Peace.